I'm joined by Asif Hussain, who's Chief Executive of SKT, a welfare charity that provides aid to people in need across Syria. Great to have you with us. Morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Just give us a sense on the ground across Idlib, Damascus, Aleppo, Hama, how people are feeling, how this latest attack since November has affected them.
So currently there's a mixed feeling. You've seen some of the jubilation on the streets there, but the situation on the ground is quite dire in terms of from a humanitarian perspective. We're seeing over 50,000 people with this current escalation needing help immediately. That's on top of the 16 million plus that have already been suffering since the war started in 2011. We have a hospital in Idlib province. Only 2 days ago, when the fall of Aleppo started, we had over 1,000 people come in to be treated for injuries within our hospital. So the whole health infrastructure is overwhelmed. There's a great need for more humanitarian assistance in terms of ready-to-eat meals. Homes have been bombed. We've seen this time and time again when the Syrian forces are retreating from a particular village. Then they the aerial bombardment starts. And that sadly means that people's homes are destroyed, or they're too fearful to stay inside their homes, so they end up on the streets. And when homes are destroyed, people are literally just walking the streets with the clothes on their backs, with no food. So ready-to-eat meals are very important. Our teams are out there, even today in Aleppo, ready to go into Hama tomorrow morning once the security situation is better.
How difficult is it for a charity like yours to help people during fighting?
It's extremely difficult. I mean, we have some of the bravest people on earth, I think, in terms of the humanitarians, the people that work for us. You know, they risk their own life and limb, leave the home in the morning, not really knowing if they're going to return, but they want to do this as a duty to their fellow citizens, knowing that there's people, which is purely because of the pure need on the ground. They are there. You know, these are selfless individuals that leave there and actually go out to help others. So the situation always, whether that's in Israel or any other place where there's a conflict such as this, it's very difficult. And operating in these environments is extremely difficult because you have two factions fighting each other. And we're neutral in this whole perspective, so it's very difficult to try and help both sides because they're all suspicious of the other.
How long can your teams continue to be on the ground and provide aid, do you think? So
we are one of the foremost international NGOs that have been there since March 2011. And so we have a very well-established team there who know the area really well, who know the people. We have good distribution, logistics, warehousing facilities. So that really places SKT Welfare in terms of a really good position to be able to help the Syrian population. We have a hospital there that's been operational since 2014. Bread factories, which has been ramped up. They're working 24 hours a day now to meet the current demand. And there's a massive shortage of flour. And the teams are trying to source that as well. We have a hospital. We've just completed our 6th village. So we have to understand, since 2011, there's 2 million plus people still living in tents. And so we've been there in the long term trying to build these villages. And we've just completed our 3,000th home and moved in our 3,000th family. But a lot more needs to be done.
In the short term, the next few weeks, what do your teams need the most?
So it's financial assistance, number one. I think it's crucial that we get as much aid in as possible. That's only possible if, people step forward, individuals and larger organisations, to help the people of Syria. It's the Syrian plight, or the cause of the Syrian people has been kind of forgotten because there's other things going on in the world. You have Ukraine, you have Israel recently. And so I think Syria, and because it's not been in the news much either, and the conflict's been going on since 2011, so they've kind of been forgotten. So we need to, and there are of course, all plights are very important, but especially within the plight of the Syrian people, it's been kind of forgotten, unfortunately. So aid is needed.
It's been great to have you on the show, Asif Hussain, to talk about this cause. Very best of luck to you and your team on the ground.
Thank you for having me. Thanks.